Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Total War 3 Kingdoms. Very nearly said Warhammer there. We are playing as Gong, one of the Yellow Turban Rebellion characters. We started out with just the Wudu copper mine here. We took Wudu small city from the generic Yellow Turban Rebellion people. Marteng immediately attacked us. We defeated Marteng in a very, very brazen and bloody battle, then were able to take his territories from him before he was able to recover. We pushed north, took Jincheng, took the silk trader, and then from there we're kind of stymied in going after Wuwei. This actually happens to be an empty province. We would need to rebuild it, and we didn't have any supplies to make it to the small town. And while we were messing around up here with our main army, our secondary army was under attack from Hanzhong, which we have just taken. So we now secure this one passage into our territories. Well, there is another one here, but that one doesn't seem nearly as dangerous. And also this was like a one province minor character, which we've now defeated. So I'm going to call this pretty secure. And I think we're going to send an army again north to secure Wuwei. And then from there, there's nothing behind us. Like, the entire front's just going to be this bit. And if we can start taking and consolidating some of these territories up here in the north, then I think we'll be very well positioned to have a good base of operations. Plus, Anding is one of the most profitable locations I've ever seen. They have farmland and a livestock farm in the same province. So if we build the food production increases here, they can basically feed the entire realm, I suspect. So that is likely something that we are going to go for. More so... Oh, of course, Anding's owned by the Yellow Turban. So previously, Yellow Turban Rebellion cities we could just annex. We'd go up to it and say, hey, you want to join us? They'd be like, yeah, sure. But because this is a generic Yellow Turban Rebellion that emerged as a rebel from the Han Empire, we don't seem able to do that, and I don't really know what the solution to this is going to be, because we can't do diplomacy. Even with them, we can't do any diplomacy. We can only declare war.
Exercises the mind.
The only one that we can do diplomacy with is Huang Shao.
I'm eager to listen.
He would actually do an alliance now. Whoa, no he wouldn't. So I really don't know what to do about this. He only has one commandery. So if we attack and destroy this, then the Yellow Turban Rebellion is dead again, and it will respawn. And at that point, I think relations may reset, because we used to be allied or something with them. Did I just start this game? No, this is 8 hours in? Possibly 16 hours in? I think it's 8 hours. Man, this game is so good. I'm happy they brought in the paradox mechanic. So many cool things that happen because the character focus you get attached to the story. Yes, I totally agree with that, Nerd Nick. Absolutely agree. And it's been actually really nice, because I follow Paradox obviously on Twitter, and I follow Creative Assembly people on Twitter, and a lot of the Paradox people have been saying like, oh, I'm really excited to play Total War 3 Kingdoms. And it's just nice to see like the two developers of the two different teams going not really toe to toe, but like appreciating each other's work in that way. It's nice to see, it really is. Is Gong a Yellow Turban? Yes, we are. Which is why the fact that this is a Yellow Turban that we can't really attack, but we probably could, is such a conundrum. Because they're one of the few people that's actually friendly to us. And like I said, previously Yellow Turban settlements we could just annex. We've walked up to this place and annex wasn't an option. So I'm really not entirely sure what to do about that. It's such an important settlement that we have to do something. Anyway, I think what we're going to do is we're going to get the main Gongdu army to head over to Anding, and then maybe we'll send Jian Mao's army to go and deal with Wuwei. I think that's probably where we're going to go. Yeah, we're going to have to declare war on Anding.
We must rest for now. It is foolish not to rest.
We're already at war with Dongmin. So yes, we're going to go and assault Anding. There we go. Plan made. Oh, I forgot Dongmin had an army in Wudu. He's just been roaming around. He hasn't actually assaulted anything. Winter is here.
This power will serve the people.
So let's get you to Gong Du so that you can actually start replenishing some of those supplies, which you basically do in one turn. Oh, and Jian Mao leveled up. Excellent. Level 4. You've already got all of your special abilities, so what else is available? Opportunism, which will increase the armor piercing damage and ranged piercing damage and fire arrow ability of your army, and you also get 50% more post-battle loot income, so long as you're present, which you are. Effortless flow, campaign movement for the army, that's good. Subtlety, night battles and guerrilla deployment. Insight, research rate and block chance, or focus, range damage, and ranged armor pierce. I'm going to go for the plus 50% post-battle loot income. Like, one really big thing that our faction does is we make most of our money from battles. So doubling down on that impact, on that aspect, I think is going to be an important thing to do. Now, are you all legendaries? No. He-Man is not yet legendary. These guys, I think are... No, Gongshu Zhu isn't either. Zhang Kai and Gong Du, however, are. And Gong Du has a crazy amount of resolve, which means he's got a lot of hit points. Which is excellent. Right-click to annex a city outright with Gong Du's army. Learn to do this when playing Liu Bei, who can annex Han Empire provinces. Can't. Tried to do that already. Doesn't work. We got Wudu, the small city of Wudu, that way, but getting Anding, can't do it.
Bring news of what occurred.
I mean, I'm going to move him up there again just to prove this fact, because I can't remember if it was Gong Du's army who was there, or Jian Mao's. But we have sent an army up there once already, and we tried to do it, and it didn't work. The option wasn't there, it was just attack. Zhu He has leveled up. He is... I think someone I just sent on assignment at the moment. However, I've been working on getting all the special abilities, because the Yellow Turban special abilities are crazy. So we're going to get you to take Preach. Yes, he was selected. Like I said, we've done it successfully, the small city. I've done it before. I know it works. The problem is, it doesn't work for Anding.
I return. How fair the people.
Let's send you
Marching.
this way as well. You're going to want to start taking up supply. No, you're actually still getting positive from your character impact. Alright then. Are there any buildings I want to build? We could upgrade small city to a large city. I don't think I want to bother with that. Jin Cheng, how about you? You're already a small city, so we've already got walls on both of our cities. In which case, I think upgrading the Silk Trader is going to be a good idea, because that's going to increase the silk income from everywhere. Yeah, let's do that. And the House of Scrolls, we could get some more research going. No, I want to keep some money in the bank. Make sure that we have a little bit of a reserve. Have I ever fought a night battle before? If you have, can I tell you what the night battle does? What's the advantage of night battle? Night battles will stop enemy reinforcements arriving, so if there are more than one enemy army coming in, they can't. It's just going to be 1 versus 1. And also they will have a -10 morale for that battle. So it has 2 rather nice bonuses. Creative Assembly needs to have this annex mechanic clearly explained. They do, because it is definitely a hidden thing. If someone in chat hadn't told me, I wouldn't have known. A swordsman in my realm is known to be unbeatable, and you've enjoyed many evenings watching him defeat challenges and fighting matches. However, one evening he is challenged by peasant arms with a simple homemade bamboo staff in place of a sword. The warrior scoffs, but the peasant's fighting style is unknown to him, and he is soon laid low by the deft movement of the staff. You contemplate this and conclude that flexibility is the greatest weapon against chaos. It is time yourself studied a new skill. We gained the Discourses of the States. Corruption reduction, authority boost. Cool. The only one who really needs authority is you, and you've already got a massive authority boost. Resolve. You've got a +6 authority.
Bend, do not break.
You've got cunning, instinct, cunning. Yeah, I don't think I really need an authority boost. One thing that we do need to do at some point is rebuild my armies. Because at the moment we have a very mismatched set of retinues for each of our armies. And they're not really dedicated towards a certain skill set. That's one of the downsides of the Yellow Turbans, is their skills really are just all over the place. They're great individual fighters, and once you've maxed out the individual fightiness, it's kind of difficult to specialize the retinues in the same way that the Chinese factions can. Alright, Gong Du, you were going to head this way, and then we're going to head up this way.
Outwards and on.
And in fact, what you could be doing is force marching to make this journey rather more quick. Hell, you may as well do the same. You fully established? You are.
Ready yourselves.
There we are. 2 people have leveled up. Oh no, 1 person's leveled up, 1 person's pissed off. So Sen Min is going to take one of these. Sen Min is a veteran, so he's good at fighting. Speed, melee damage, charge bonus, or strength of the land, which is the plus 10%, persistent 10% armor. We're going to take this one because the charge bonus is quite nice when launching yourself into a fight. And then Ying Li. Not really sure what I can do about you. You're rather pissed off. You're also a real newbie character, so we may just dismiss you. Yeah, Ying Li is currently surplus to requirements. We have quite a few healers. What are your skills like? Trustworthy. Cunning. Okay, you're actually really good. And kind. Zhao Shengzhong. Cowardly, which is kind of an annoying trait. What can I do to keep you? Are there any assignments available? I'd rather have my doubts. No. What about administraries? We're working on that. Local governance in 5 turns. I doubt that I can keep him happy for that long. Because he is really upset. Lack of purpose, -16. I mean, we could set him up as an army. We would then have to pay his retinue costs, though. Which I'm not convinced that I want to do. It's too bad, because he is actually a really good character. But then again, so is basically everyone else here. That's definitely the persistent problem. Yellow Turban characters are just really good. We'll try and keep you around. If you decide to leave, you decide to leave. I haven't actually had someone try to rebel before.
Tolerance is the best we can offer.
Dong Min wants me to give up Jin Cheng for peace. No.
We will remember this.
I hope you do. And you'll remember, maybe I shouldn't be quite so greedy. I wonder if there's any way of changing the size of the roads and how good quality they are. Because all the roads out here are tiny and wimpy and not really effective. Then you've got the giant roads like this one. I wonder if that's linked to, like, province size or anything. Gong Sun-zan's making peace. Kong Rong's made peace. A friendship forming. When battle is done, it is heartening to know that there are friends awaiting us to laugh and tease and make the battle a distant memory. Such a bond is formed between 2 of your soldiers. It's heartening to see this companionship enduring and growing over time. Jan Mao and Zhang Kai making friends. Good stuff. One of the assignments has just ended. And we have gained a composite bow. As I've said before, I'm not a huge fan of the bows. I don't think they're that good. Now, assignment, that means you're heading home. So next turn we could send that guy on an assignment. Which will at least get rid of his lack of purpose penalty.
Moving Advancing.
Impossible.
Serve integrity.
See? Cannot attack in current stance. Double left click to incite thingy. Nothing I can do with you. And in fact, next turn we'll go into normal stance, because that might be one of the factors. If we still can't, we'll back off, we'll declare war, then we'll attack. Only problem is they do have a stack of troops here, which is a bit annoying. So it's going to be the large town garrison. Oh, it's a large town, not a large city. Oh. That means it's going to have a relatively small garrison.
Remain supple. At ease.
See? Right click to attack, left click to inspect, double left click to initiate diplomacy. With Gong Zhuo selected.
Bend. Do not break.
None of those options are what I want to
For
do.
China.
So we're going to leave your territory, otherwise I think we suffer a trustworthiness penalty. And then we'll have to declare war on them. I really don't want to have to do this, but we kind of have
What do you
to.
propose?
What's the red bit? Any wars targeting a vassal master or a vassal subject will result in retaliation from both parties. Wars targeting members of coalitions of alliances can lead to war escalation. No.
Our
doesn't.
retribution will be focused and unswerving.
Would you suggest this game to new players that have never played a Total War game? Or played a Warhammer game? Yeah, absolutely. I think this is actually a great place to join the series. Now, can I actually reach you this turn? I can. Excellent.
Crush them.
You're expecting a Pyrrhic victory because they have 4,000 troops. Well, what we're going to do is we will starve them out. We'll let them attack us. Huzzah! And never be sorry for asking questions, Bear Shark. I always appreciate people who talk and ask stuff, otherwise you never learn. Jack the Ripper, thank you very much for the resubscription. 5 months now. Nice one, thank you so much. You get the new horns in 1 month. I think 6 months is the next tier. So, jolly good. Thank you so much. Alright, Yingli should now be able to do an assignment. Yingli has employ volunteers, which is income from peasantry and food from farming. Neither of which are particularly useful, because I don't actually have very many peasants. We're a super industrial nation. Yeah, see, we don't actually make money from peasants at all. Oh, actually, what you could do is... Yeah, here we go. Stimulate markets in this place, and that one is useful because we produce both silk and commerce, both of which will be modified by 75%. Cool, let's do that. I need more assignment slots, clearly. You need to keep on marching up north. And you're already besieging. Okay, is there anything I wish to build? Yes, I want to upgrade my Silk Road caravan post. Making even more money, plus 40% income from silk, or silk resources. We have 2 of those, so very, very much worth it. Attack those, yeah, mustard turban rebels. I like that little bit of propaganda there, 94th. That's clever. The mustard turban rebellion. Alright. Tea supplies are being poured. Liu Biao has declared war on the Han. Really? Liu Biao? You were supposed to protect the Han Empire, not destroy it. And Dongmin. He's really turned on them. When 2 warriors possessed of an amiable spirit meet one another, it is inevitable they will become firm friends. And just so, for there is much to discuss and share in matters of being virtuous and sympathetic, and sharing that goodness with your fellow man. Sickening, really. He Yi and Ling Yi have become friends. Cool. And you guys are going to continue your march north. You will need to cross the river, which will take you a turn. And they did not counterattack.
Strike true.
Really? Even though they outnumber us 2 to 1? That's very interesting. They must be terrified of us. Well, in that case, I'm just going to continue starving them out, because they are now out of food, so they will start to suffer attrition straight away. And the longer they die, the less people I have to kill. They may well try to counter this turn. I'm not sure. We could upgrade the copper mine. Everyone else is building something. I think we probably ought to. Keep our income going. And we gained a stone rat. Ooh, instinct. Interesting. So, who are my duelists? Those would be the scholars.
How can I serve, my lord?
You've already got an instinct bonus. And the other one would be over here. That would be... Huh, either of you. There we are. Let's replace yours with the instinct. Like so. And actually, one thing we could do to keep my courtiers happy, like Ying Li, for example, is give them some gear. Because giving them items does increase their relations. So, Ying Li here. Oh, he's already got a really big one. Plus 8 satisfaction. I don't think I can top that. I'll give you a follower, I guess. Doesn't give you satisfaction, though. Zuhei. Get one. We can give out the bows. The bows don't do satisfaction. Discourse of the States does, however. Wushu. Methods of Sema. Hemi. Already got one. Shu Yuan. Zen Min. Already got one. Ling Yi. Already got one. And Zhu Shengzhong. Gets a pig. Okay, that should help a little bit. When's the next assignment over? Next turn? Well, 2 turns. And the reform? 2 more turns. Then we can get some more administrators, and that's going to really help. Oh, Hanchong can build. I totally forgot we owned this. Oh, there's a silk trader here. That one. Ooh, I would very much like to have a 3rd silk trader. Interesting. I'll need to consider that. So you've currently got a Lucky Knot Weavery, which provides commerce and industry. You've got the Communal Irrigated Farms, which is providing us food supply. Your fertility is terrible. So producing food here is actually not a great idea. Are there any buildings I would prefer you to have? Yes, actually. I'd rather you had the ensconced campsites. So we're going to go ahead and demolish that building. Then actually, Jincheng, we should also get one of those. Guerrilla warfare chain. I want one of those in every single city, if possible. I mean, Jincheng is a little bit of a weird case because it has the fish trader. Which is not something I can remove. Maybe I should remove the scrolls. I know that this was one of the missions. Yeah, we're going to get the guerrilla building. We're going to do that. Yeah, I know I destroyed the Weaver. Because I still need the food supplies, even though it's not very efficient.
This is your last
Until I have somewhere that can do it better. Liu Yan will sign peace. Liu Yan is this guy, who I don't really have any intention fighting. So, you want to pay me for peace? I will accept that.
Our talks are over.
No battles were fought between us, at all. And you try to peace out, which is fine. So, you are expecting a valiant defeat. Okay. We've had a number of people expecting a valiant defeat. And yeah, their food has just run out, so the fact that they're trying to sally out does not surprise me at all. But you are fighting my best army, so good luck with that. What do I have to worry about? They have 3 archers for 5 archers. They have quite a few spearmen, so my cavalry will be slightly less effective than usual.
We must be willing to bend, but never break. In unity, we will strike our enemies down.
Silence! Are words your only weapon? Draw your blades!
Could anyone explain the money system in this game? You build buildings, you earn money. There are different types of money, so there's commerce, peasantry, industry, silk that I've seen so far. Oh, and culture. And then there are various modifiers which will increase those up or down. So, for example, if you build farms, you'll generally get peasantry income as well from those farms. And then you can get the farming development building chain, which will increase the amount of money you earn from peasantry income. So you basically want to try and match your income source with the income modifiers and try and specialize your settlements that way. So like I've been investing a lot in my silk building, so any modifiers I can get to increase silk income will make me richer. Alright, so their reinforcements are coming from here. That's probably their city reserves. And half of my army is actually guerrilla. So I think what we are going to end up doing is using our guerrilla forces to take out the reinforcement group. Especially the horse archers, because they can run around. Oh, the guerrillas are actually out here.
Archers, ready!
So this army is as good as dead.
Spearmen!
And yeah, you know what? We'll crush this group. Something like that. And then we will use these guys to take them on, basically in a blind attack. So put the two heroes up there. The warriors can go in the center. The spears on the flank. And then the cavalry over on that side. In fact, I think I'm going to push you guys forwards a bit more. Start. Pause. Alright, so their main army is over here, which is actually a very bad thing for them. So we're going to march our forces straight up the middle. Straight up here. In order to try and cut off the two sides. And their troops are actually not quite where I expected them to be. That's fine.
Ready! Attend! More! Enemy reinforcements are arriving!